Welcome to Sate Technology Report. I am Wolfie. I shall be your number one host, of course. You know you looking at me. Anyway, so we are going to be...
What about me?
Fuck you. I'm just kidding.
That's
Anyway,
not
so
nice.
so so we're gonna be going over a few things going on in the technological world, and why don't we ask who's gonna start this off?
Well, I'll start it, I guess. Somebody on the forums, FMJ, FM87, my bad.
FMJ.
What the
I
fuck?
don't know.
Yeah.
My friend was talking about a COD before, sorry. He posted, the design flaw with the GTX, 680. Basically, he's complaining that where the PCI ports for the, PCIe ports.
Power ports.
Yeah, I can do this. The PCIe ports are misplaced. They're not really misplaced, but they're made to make the card smaller. How they're staggered. He was complaining about it. It's basically just to make the card shorter. I don't know what he's complaining about, but that's just what's up with Kepler basically until we know in the next few days when it's actually coming out. Although
It does look quite nice. I mean,
Yeah, you know,
Oh, yeah.
I don't see
I
the
mean,
big...
just something to compare it to. Unreal. I don't know. Some company was using the Unreal Engine, and they had I forget what it was.
What is it called?
What, the Unreal Engine or the game?
The game. I know.
I don't remember. I know you know what I'm talking about.
It's
but
that big game that
Yeah.
makes the Unreal Engine 4. They were talking about how Unreal Engine 4 is like so amazing.
And then they demoed it last year, 2011. It took 3 580s to run at maximum resolution with 4 times anti-aliasing. This year they did it again, and it only took 1 680, which
Okay.
put the 580 is a really powerful card, and then to cram 3 of those into one to run at the same speed is pretty intense.
Yeah, you know what? Even with the design flaw that FM pointed out, I'm just gonna go back to that for a sec. I don't see the complaint. PCIe power connectors are always a bitch to get in and out. I mean, those things are... they're not
Is it just
putting
me?
them in and take them out. It's the fucking clamps. Some power supplies have those
Oh, that-
fucking annoying clamps.
That
Oh, I
is so
hate
true.
that shit.
Yeah,
But I don't see the big complaint. I like that they tried to make it smaller. I don't really care about size since I always buy shit that's insanely huge that I don't need. That's just a habit
So
of mine.
what case do you have?
Huge that you don't need.
No, the thing is, I bought this fucking motherboard that I'm never gonna use it as fucking 6 PCIe slots, so I have no
How
idea.
big is your case?
What is wrong with you? You
I have a
so many
half
issues.
X.
How big is your
But
case?
I can't believe I spent 280 bucks on that motherboard still. I mean, if pile driver doesn't come out on AM3, I'm fucked.
Drug dealer. Drug dealer.
I don't
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
sell
See,
drugs.
see, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one.
We're
So,
just trolling. We're just trolling.
We are.
Anyway,
That's so dick.
I don't see the complaint really. I like the direction they went. It looks kind of cool. It doesn't bother me. I don't. How much power are these fucking things gonna use? Because I know
Probably not more than 150 watts.
on max.
Hold
Probably
on.
not, it's because it's going down to it's either 22 nanometers or 28 nanometers.
Yeah.
Um,
I got like a 700 watt power supply. I mean, I have 1,000 watts sitting around, but
the card is a similar
The
like.
fact that you have 1,000 watts sitting around
wait.
is a little
Well-
scary to me.
well, the thing
That-
is, it broke. It broke. The thing about that one is it broke. My motherboard fried. It had voltage problems. And I guess there was a back powerage. I don't know, but basically the PSU got fried. I sent it back to Cougar. They sent me a new one. It's just sitting in a box. And while we were waiting for it to come back, it only took about 3 days. But my stepdad ended up just buying me a 700 watt power supply. So
Oh.
You-
Um.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that your stepdad is actually your users.
he's unemployed.
Yeah,
Anyway.
your stepdad is your users.
Anyway. Calm down. The card is about between a 7870 and 7970 in length. I can't find anything about I can't find anything about the actual size of it.
Hmm.
Uh, there's a whole bunch of benchmarks, but
The
Mm.
benchmarks do look very nice.
yes, they
If
do.
they can keep it below a certain point, it'll be a very nice price point. That is, it'll be a very nice card.
It'll be a nice car. I mean, I was thinking about picking up a 580 yesterday, because Newegg has like 100. It's like $100 off the 580.
Whoa, at that point you might as well just grab it. Of course, a 560 Ti 448 is, you know.
It's
Well,
too late.
I have the 560 Ti 448,
What?
and this, yeah,
What's wrong with you?
I love my card. Fuck you.
You know, the thing about the thing about that is I don't think that buying a last generation Nvidia card is wise right now. It's the 7970 is a good deal at the moment. I think it's a good choice for a card. I mean, it is a bit expensive. It's about as expensive as the old
Isn't
580.
like 500?
Yeah, I mean, it's expensive, but I think once they go down in
It's
price,
expensive because it's the fastest card out right now.
well, they're gonna hit the $200 mark, and then I'm thinking I might even buy one of those things. Because the thing is, anything above a GTX 460, including the 560, is basically capable of running just about anything on the market. I mean,
Isn't.
if not on
I do not
Ultra,
believe any of your BS
well,
about being able to run Battlefield 3 at max with your 580 or whatever it is.
I
Oh.
can run it. I can run it. I can run Battlefield at max above like 40 frames constant maximum at
Yeah, but
like
he uses a
80
460.
in SLI though, right?
you obviously no, I have one, and you obviously need to overclock it. I've overclocked the shit out of my card, and
I've
I
overclocked the
can't
crap
play
out of
it.
mine too, and I'm running. Actually, that's really low frame rate. That's like 20 FPS.
Dude, that's bullshit. You got a defective card or something.
It's a
486.
5770. It's not exactly cream of the crop.
Oh yeah.
Why does it not tell me? Ah, fuck you. It doesn't know any of that. Anyway, on to the Linux. That's your thing, Werv.
Yes. So, I think it's today that Linux kernel 3.3 has come out. Now, you know, okay, new Linux kernel, what's the big deal? Well, the thing is that this one's kind of done something interesting. Android, in case you weren't aware, is heavily, well, not even heavily, it is Linux. It is a Linux distro with heavily modded kernel. And so what the Linux kernel team has done is they've incorporated parts of the Android kernel into Linux kernel 3.3, which in my opinion is very interesting, but it'll help a lot of Android devs. Can you guys guess why?
Because obviously they want to be able to work on a Linux and use a GUI on Linux because therefore that the code runs in a more efficient manner. Same with how let's say for example, you know how anything like you know how Mac is always known for having the best, you know, things for creation and art. Well, it's basically the same thing. Those things always tend to run at least a little bit better on any Linux type build because obviously we all know Mac is just Linux.
No, it
Unix.
isn't Unix.
It's
based off-
Unix, but
it's
you know
based
what
off the
Linux is,
Darwin
right?
Kernel. It's not based off of Linux kernel. It's based off Darwin, which is what FreeBSD is based off.
Yeah, but it's still open source. It's
I had a picture for. I had a thing for this, and I lost it. I'm sorry. Go back to your conversation. I lost it. It was basically this guy that looked like he was a crack addict discussing why Mac is better than PC. It was so funny. It really
Okay.
was.
Alright.
It really was so funny. But anyway, on to case mods? Question mark.
Case mods. Alright, so tell me a bit about more about this because I'm preoccupied as fuck right now. Shit.
Well, for those of you who don't know, I also am part of the Overclock.net. They recently had their 2011 case mod competition, and just I think like 2 weeks ago, yeah, a week ago, their the final like winners came in. The top guy,
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that.
yeah, he made a whole like workbench basically. His whole desk he made himself, built a whole separate corner piece just for his tower, which was a pretty kick-ass tower to be honest. And he basically made it out of like hand tools that you could buy at the store. Like he used
Made out of hand tools.
well, you know what I mean. He used
Oh,
DeWalt. Yeah, well, he used like DeWalt, like regular shop tools that you could buy at like Home Depot. Nothing special.
You can buy a lot
So
of
he-
stuff at home.
but you know what I mean. What's something the average person would have,
So like hammers and nails.
like screws and stuff.
So like
Which you
hammers
know,
and nails.
yes. But you know what I mean.
Do I?
Yes, you do. So
Okay.
stop being a dick. Basically, but for those of you who don't understand what a case mod is, even though it's pretty self-explanatory, it's basically when people either take a case that already exists, like let's say somebody were to take like a half 912, a Cooler Master half 912, and then just add stuff to it or to cut holes to make it look,
Holes in it.
yeah, that's what I said. Make it look really cool. That's
Drill a
basically
hole
what
in
a
it.
case mod is. And then people can build stuff completely from scratch. Like another winner for the intermediate category was it was called Sapphire Ice. Basically, what he took like glass and metal paints, and he painted them using aluminum foil and some just basically spray paint, and then you put the build inside of it. It looks really, really cool. But it's
Okay.
just basically it's just customizing your case to how you want it. There's some really good stuff out there. Basically you can just Google case mods and you'll find some really sexy ones.
Have you
to
seen the thing that was? Have you seen the Skyrim case mod? He
No?
took some Bit Phoenix case, and he cut a couple holes in it, added some PVC, and it actually looked quite amazing. It had the Skyrim dragon on it, like on the side. If you fold out the first like panel thing, majig, whatever, you can. It's actually quite a nice case mod. I don't know much about case modding, so
Is it this? Is it that?
I can't see it. I'm recording.
I just linked it. Oh.
You know,
It's gray, basically, and has blue lights and dragons everywhere.
Yes, I think so.
It's called the
looks like-
Dragonborn PC case mod.
it looks okay. I mean, it's cool looking. It's that it doesn't
I
look
would've-
solid though.
I
It looks
would-
like
I wouldn't
made of
buy
egg
it.
co-
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it, but
Yeah, it's a nice little thing that if you
Oh, yeah.
like addicted to Skyrim
yeah, no, sorry.
or meth.
So on to the Pirate Bay and their flying servers.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
the Pirate Bay
Oh,
has decided to go insane, and they want to start building server drones, aka they mount a motherboard with a couple Xeons and stuff in a case, add wings to it, and basically make it fly.
Fucking stupid idea.
It's completely possible though.
Yeah.
It is. Are they gonna? They're gonna be like UA. Are they gonna be like? They're gonna.
They're
Are they
gonna
gonna?
be like predator drones, basically.
Okay,
Yeah. But
Except
they don't-
rather than using fuel and having weapons, they're just
solar
Actually,
power.
solar powered with electric engines.
You realize solar power does not work for an infinitely long time. I mean, they're gonna have to bring those things down for maintenance every once in a while.
Yes, but that's a
Yeah,
lot
but they just
easier.
deploy another one.
Yeah, and the good part about that is that it's actually completely possible. My dad, who's a ham operator, they have
Operator?
amateur radio operator.
Oh, okay.
Basically, when the world goes to crap, they're the only people that'll still be able to talk. And one of the main reasons is that they have a whole repeater station set out across the world that are completely self-sufficient. They run on solar. They have battery backups that'll last them for at least a year without electricity. So that's excluding like with the solar panels to charge them. And it doesn't require much energy to run one. So even if the world goes to crap, technically the Pirate Bay could still run because there's still internet connection. But my only question with that is, how are they sending the data back and forth? Is it satellite based?
Radio.
Radio?
These fucking things
So
are gonna
it's-
crash. These
So
things.
it's gonna be through ham operated hardware. is
This
what-
doesn't-
Probably.
Yeah.
This is not going to work. This is the stupidest. It adds unreliability for the user. Like, let's say even like
Yeah,
if
but
there's
the
like
thing is,
a
it's
fucking
not exactly that
thunderstorm.
you have to download a lot. I mean, you download maybe a 1 kilobyte file, and then
Yeah, but
everything else is
about the
handled
one-
by something else. So it's
Think
not
about
that
the
big of
quantity
a
of
deal.
people downloading. Yeah, but think of the quantity. It's not just one or two people. It's a lot of people.
Yeah, but not all at once.
Like, see, let me hold on. I can't find anything. But I was gonna look up how many hits a day the Pirate Bay will get, which will basically tell you that how many people are downloading a 1 kilobyte file, which
Mm.
which would be a pretty significant amount if you think about the size of, well, not the size, but how popular the Pirate Bay is. I mean, the Pirate Bay was the main place for torrents up until they basically got hit in like 2009, 2010.
Who
And
else is a competition to the Pirate Bay?
um, to basically like just your standard ones like torrent, hounds, basic
Torrent
stuff like that.
Geek or whatever it is.
I mean, I don't torrent using the Pirate Bay. I use either Fenipede.eu or Demonoid, which is invitation only. So, I mean, I don't use the Pirate Bay at all. Because I don't trust it. Because almost all of their trackers are traced by, like, the government. So it doesn't make sense to even risk it.
Yeah, you know, we got our. I think I told you guys about this. We got our warning from
We
our
have-
Comcast.
we have-
Yeah.
Because we're BA like that. We have two. But now that the Pirate Bay is going into the air, let's come back down and talk about the I-5 Ivy Bridge. The
Here's something I want to brush up on real quick. This won't take long. DDR4, obviously, it's expected to go. You know, it's supposed to become the new standard in either 2013 or 2014. It's already been created. I think it was made by Samsung originally, and it does have a lot of improvements over DDR3. However, I'm kind of skeptical that it's really what we need at
We
this
don't
moment.
need any RAM upgrades. I mean,
I know, because RAM is not what's holding back computers right now.
CPUs are basically what's holding us back. And
Actually-
at this point, you can get along with 4 gigabytes of DDR2 RAM.
I have 16 gigabytes of DDR3, bitch. I spent $250 on it.
Why'd you
You're
spend
insane.
Why'd you spend $250 on RAM? I spent 100 and got
Because I
16
wanted to
gigs.
spend money. I get a real kick out of spending money. I have no way.
You have a problem.
I
Oh,
know.
that's
I'm
a problem.
addicted
I
to.
spent $100 and
I
got
never
16
use it. I use only
I've
about.
the most I've used is 8.
I
I-
use 8 gigs of
It's good to have it.
I
The
use
most I've
8
ever
gigs
used
of
is
RAM.
4.
I have 8 gigs of RAM,
My
and at
computer
most
items-
I use 6 of it. I mean, the fact that you need more than 8 is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
School. I also have been running the server for the group, so
That is true, but you know, you're special.
yeah, I'm special. But regardless, I mean, what was the next one? I mean, regardless, with the Ivy Bridge, it's really gonna step up the game. I'm looking
No,
at.
it's not. It's gonna give us what 13% performance boost, if that.
I'm looking at a performance test from CPU
No,
Mark.
but think about this: overclocking. Bulldozer can overclock to hell and back, but Ivy Bridge is 28 nanometers. That's
The
smaller.
in comparison to the i5 2500K, which is the current generation, versus the 3570K, which is the Ivy Bridge generation. The physics is 421 for the 2500K.
Physics.
Physics. It's physics.
It's physics. I refuse
No,
to call it physics.
That's why it's PHYSICS. It's physics. It's 421 for the 2500K. 3570 is 470. And then the floating point for the current generation is 2463, while for the 3570 is 4106, which is almost basically double of what my CPU is right now. So
What's your
if
CPU? You have a 2600K, right?
I have 2500K.
Hold
I
up.
think I've got the worst CPU here.
What do you have?
You have a
Uh,
Phenom, right?
Phenom 2X4955 overclocked.
Oh, I fucking love
1.1
those things.
gigahertz.
Man, the Deneb series was awesome. I sometimes I miss my 965, but this 8120 is pretty damn good too.
Holy crap, we're not gonna get into this again.
No more Bulldozer.
They're the
Bulldozer.
same thing. They're the fucking same thing. I mean, the performance is pretty much fucking.
And
Same.
there's like basically about 700 point difference with the CPU Mark between the 3570 and the 2500, which if you think about it is relatively significant. So I mean, if you really look at it, it's pretty powerful. So it's really gonna change things. And then they compared it to to the AMD stuff, and it blows it away. It
Well,
really does.
Well, is that stock clocks? Because Bulldozer is more
This is
powerful
stock
than
clocks.
the i7 once it's
This is
overclocked.
this is stock clocks.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, yeah, but the Bulldozer has so much power and overclocking that it doesn't even make sense to compare like to OC. Basically, a 4-core with 4 virtualized in comparison to an actual 8-core. So that's insane to compare.
Well, but the thing is that Bulldozer actually, it kind of expands exponentially per gigahertz. It's like 3 times as good if it's overclocked 1 gigahertz.
And I'm back.
What?
Okay,
We didn't know you left.
Oh yeah, I was taking a piss.
for the set.
Okay.
Sure.
Alright. What? Okay, let's move on to our next topic, 'cause we're not going anywhere fast with this.
That was actually the last topic.
That was?
Yeah.
We need to come up with something else.
Oh,
'cause-
but I want to talk to Wolfie about this.
No.
For the performance test for the memory mark, it basically the Ivy Bridge i5 blows away the 8150. It's literally
Yeah.
like.
Of course it does. The 8150 is outdated.
What do you have?
Huh?
There's an 8250.
Yeah, I have an 8120.
8250.
No, I have an 8120.
Whatever it is, it basically
There
it
is no
blows-
8220.
I will create an 8250 in
Whatever.
my basement.
Keep
that I don't
going.
Basic,
have.
whatever it is, it gets blown away by the i5 in comparison to having double the cores.
Yeah,
It's
of course it does.
1,000 points ahead in every category.
Of course it is.
No, but-
So
Why we need to wait for Pile Driver and see what that pulls out of its ass.
yeah, and how much you want to bet? It's just gonna be just as bad as Boulder.
I don't think it's gonna be bad. It might not be at the same level of performance, but I think it's gonna be currently like how the Phenoms and the Bulldozers, high-end Bulldozers,
So
are
you
to
want
the
them to
i5.
be exactly the same? No, that's not.
No. I'm saying they will probably scale. They'll be within like 100 to 200 points of Intel's midline processor. It always is that way.
Except for Bulldozer.
No, the Bulldozer's within 100 points of the i5 in most performance tests.
So looking at average FPS in Alien vs Predator in comparison to the 2500K and the 3570, it's almost exactly the same, with the exception of the 1680 by 1050 for Alien vs Predator by literally 1 FPS on average, while the 8150 scores one frame better in each category. So I mean, for gaming wise, it doesn't look like it's going to be very significant in comparison to number crunching.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna
And
be
then-
like Bulldozer.
Yeah, and then power consumption, idle and load, it uses 2 points. It's 2 points less on load, and 2 points less on idle in comparison to the 2500K.
How does that function in real life, though?
I'm just saying. I mean, it's not very significant, which is obvious, because I mean, how much less is it going to use? Like, see if I can find where it was purchased from.
Some
Because that'll.
Japanese company.
Yeah, I think it was 77 uses. It was like 77 watts. It's really, really low, apparently.
Yeah.
Yes,
in the
77
future, I imagine us at the
77
most using 500-watt power supplies.
Yeah, it's just 77 watt power consumption. Well, mine is like 100, I think. I don't know offhand.
Minus like 100. What?
My i5?
Oh, okay, I misheard you.
Yeah, no, not my power supply. Are you kidding me? Yeah, 95 watt. So that's a relatively like it's 20 basically down, which is pretty good if you think about it. So I'm not complaining. I mean, of course, it's a new chipset, so it's not going to be supported on any of the current boards. So what are you
Don't
gonna?
really know.
It's yeah, they have it. They do know.
I don't believe you. I do not believe that that is actually an i7 or i5 or whatever.
It's
the
a
hell it is.
Z77 chip.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think sorry about that. I think what's gonna happen is we're just gonna need. I don't think that anyone is going. Everyone's gonna try to one up each other. I think the best thing right now. I think we
Oh
just gotta
really?
see what.
Oh
Hey,
really?
yeah. Everyone tries to one up each
Wolf
other.
just figured out how capitalism works.
Oh, bitch, please. You don't know shit about capitalism like I do. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm not a drug dealer.
I
No
fuck
more.
you.
That's
Anyway.
so wrong, man.
It's so true.
I'm not. Chill out. I don't even know how to cook drugs.
Don't
Yeah.
have to cook to know.
Yeah, no, man. Anyway, just
Anyway, hold on. There's still one more thing.
You're so screwed up.
Anyway, we need to just whatever. Whoever's gonna come out on top of this, if it's pile drive or if it's Ivy Bridge, we'll just have to see.
Doesn't matter who comes out on top.
Yeah,
In
whatever.
my
This.
opinion, I'll just go with. I'm going to need to get a new motherboard anyway. So I
Either
might
way.
as well just get the best one out there.
Yep, you're dead. I mean, what? Anyway, okay.
I'm dead.
Hooker.
Holy crap! I just got threatened by a drug dealer.
oh, calm down. No, it
Mommy!
basically what
Okay,
it comes
here,
down.
there's one more thing I want to talk about. Basically, old Wolfie here is looking for someone. I'm looking for any software programmers, artists, any sort.
Looking for a woman.
Coders. No, fuck you. Anyway, I'm looking for coders, yeah, software programmers, any fields that you specialize in, art. Basically, I'm trying to put together a team for software programming as well as possibly website design. We're gonna go over all that. Just want to see what kind of expertise I can pull together. Basically, I'm assembling a team. Anyone interested? Just
Random people to code random shit, basically.
yeah, we're gonna go over everything we can. I'm thinking website design's probably the best starting alley, but basically just leave a comment. I'll check them out. All right. So that's about it. UTD.
I have to give my pimping. I am trying to write an operating system in sorry in 20 years, and so if you have any tips to help me on that, then go ahead and tell me. Moovlin, you want to pimp anything?
No, I'm good actually.
I'll pimp something.
You just pimped something.
I'll pimp your mom. That's what I'll pimp.
Whoa there.
I'm
That's
just.
a little too much.
Alright,
Aight.
whatever.
So let's wrap this up. Because I really gotta go do something important. Anyway, basically, thank you for joining us on Sate Technology Report. This has been Wolfie, Move, and Werve, of course. I'm not even saying your whole name. I'm too lazy for that shit. Anyway, I have to go urinate. Or nah, I'm kidding. But anyway, basically, we are the official podcast of Minecraft forums.
And FM, get your lazy butt up.
I know, right? Anyway. And also techsection.org or tech section forums. And thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next week. Amen.
Peace out!